open this meeting for...
Hold on a second, it's going live right now.
Sorry. I'd like to open this meeting for the Greater New Bedford Vocational Technical High School. Could we all rise for the Pledge of Allegiance? Pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Welcome back, everyone. Maria, if we could please do a roll call.
Ms. Betancourt? Here. Mr. Shea?
Here.
Mrs. Ribeiro? Here. Mr. Olivera?
Here.
Mr. Durgan?
Here.
Mr. Toomey?
Yeah.
Dr. Marlin?
Here. Ms. Fredette, do you have any public comments this evening?
There were no public comments submitted.
Okay, thank you. So could I please have the acceptance of the minutes of June 14th?
Need a motion, we accept the minutes as
So moved.
presented.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. And so we're all set on those minutes. We need to take a separate vote, please, for the executive session, which will stay confidential until some other sensitive materials are completed. So could I please have a separate vote on the executive session?
Second.
All approve?
Aye.
Okay, so we have a few reports coming up on item 6. Randy, am I loud enough, or I could do it a little louder?
A little bit louder.
A little bit louder, okay. Okay.
For February 1st. Fortunately, February 1st became a MCAS science retest day for those students who don't meet the competency standard. And so what we're requesting tonight is an adjustment in the 22-23 school calendar to make February 1st a school day, and February 8th will be a in-service day for professional development for the staff. That's what's included in your packet. If approved tonight, we would immediately send that out to staff and families tomorrow.
So may I get some feedback from the committee on that? Vote to approve, please.
I make a motion to approve. I have a question if seconded though.
Second.
All in favor?
No discussion?
Discussion, sorry.
Another question? Mike, you have down 8/29/22, 11/20/22. By my calendar, the 20th is a Sunday.
Where are you, Mr. Shea?
The second paragraph, teachers report on duty. Is that the open house day? Is that why it's on the Sunday?
That's correct. So
Okay.
teachers, the 5 days are, yes, good question. The 5 days are, there are 2 days on the 24th and 25th
Yeah.
of this month.
Right.
The 29th is kind of the traditional freshman orientation day.
Yeah,
Open house is on November 20th.
okay.
And February 8th is the 5th day. That, plus the 180 days of instruction. That's the 185-day
Okay,
work.
I saw it as one of the 5, and I said, I thought it was open house, but I didn't know if open house was just another day.
Nope,
Okay.
nope, open house is embedded within the 185-day work schedule.
Thank you.
Mr. Toomey, did you have a question also?
Just,
Okay. Okay, so could I please have a vote for the adoption of the school calendar?
Motion to approve.
Motion to second already.
we have the motion.
Okay.
We just got to call. Vote.
Sorry, Rita. I tripped you up. I'm nervous, my dogs will not go out in this weather.
All in favor?
Yeah, all in favor, please. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Okay, so next in line here is B, and it's a vote to, for surplus equipment. Do I have a recommendation from the committee as to disposing of the surplus equipment?
Make a motion, we declare the equipment listed as surplus.
Okay,
Second.
all in favor?
I have a question. Oh, if that's okay. Where are those chairs going? Do we know?
At this moment, we have to follow the policy that we have, so first they will be offered to the 3 sending communities. The second is the surrounding vocational schools within a 50-mile radius. The third option is then to employees. The fourth option is then anyone that is on the advisory committee for cosmetology, since it is the cosmetology chairs that were in the existing areas. And then from there, it would be to, the fifth option is then the public if there's anything left.
All in favor?
Aye.
Let's see, so next is the report on personnel appointments, retirements, resignations to be.
Motion received, post on file.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Communication, we do have a treasurer's report this evening. Mr. Treasurer?
You guys are right here, let me do.
Don't mind, thank you.
Thank
Thank you, everyone. How are you? So strange. In front of you, we got the report, which would be through the end of June, which would be the end of your fiscal year. So I thought it would be a good report for you to have. You can see that the Unibank balance is $930,463.33, and remember, we did contact that bank, got a little boost, not a lot, but we got something.
Maybe a tiny bit, but every little bit helps.
Yeah, yes, so thank you. And they actually are paying a little more attention to us now too, so it was good, it worked, the timing was right. Our operating account at Baycoast, you can see that balance of $9,419,538.48. That current rate is actually 0.62, which is pretty good. Our student activity accounts, 297, 172.35. The 3 CDs that we rotate on a 90-day basis, their total as of the end of June is $1,541,343.28, which is pretty good. So we've actually we started with $1.5 million. As far as the current funding, all the FY23 on the first quarter has been paid by all the sending communities at this time. Their next payment will be due on October 15th. And the PCOT balance, which is the funding for the OPEB fund, the balance is $455,506.47. And the committee has made 8 contributions of $50,000 to that. So that's my report, and I'll take any questions if you have.
Question, Chef? I know the E&D, how are we holding it there? I know there's a cap there. Are we close to that cap to keep
I believe the answer is yes, we're at what, 1.7?
We're high.
Our E&D for fiscal '22 ended at 2.1.
2.1.
And what can we be at?
Yeah, yeah.
So it's 5% of the operating budget, which is,
Operating budget. I can get you that exact
No,
number.
that's right, no, that's right.
It's around 2.3 million.
I know we
haven't
sometimes we used it, but we're back where we can use.
We're right up against the 5%. It's difficult to get exactly at 5% because if you go over, you need to send money back to the
Yes,
sending community.
right.
So Pam's done a great job in helping. She knows that I want to keep it
But
as
we're in
close to
good hands
5%.
in case something comes up that we have extra.
We do.
Okay,
Yep.
thank you.
You need to know the exact available.
No, I just want to see if sometimes we spend on certain things, whether it's budget or whatever, but we're in good shape for that.
Absolutely.
And I know that's very, very important because if you have a spill or something,
Yes, that'll help fund it. Thank you.
Any other questions? So I'd like to accept this and place it on file.
Motion to receive, placed on file. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
The girls softball team celebration. Mr. Williams, can you speak to that, please?
Sure, yeah.
Softball.
Girls softball celebration, I believe, is August 16th.
Next Tuesday, yep.
Next Tuesday. It'll be down at the Kilburn Mills, on, I think, the third floor. That really was devised by Ryan Matthew, who's put a lot of work into just creating celebrations for the girls. This Sunday, he and I actually marched with the girls, with Coach Craig Soares as well, at the Portuguese Feast, which was an amazing time for the girls to be celebrated. But yeah, so on the 16th, that should be a really nice event. I don't know the specific details. I wish I knew more, but.
Could you just back up for some people who might not know what they're celebrating?
Yeah, so they're celebrating the fact that they won the state championship for the Division III Girls Softball State Championship. And that was hard fought, but I think their final record was 27-2. Hard fought at the end against Dighton Rehoboth, but they were a powerhouse throughout the division. And, at the championship, they really ruled it. And what I love about the girls softball team is that they're such a cohesive group under the leadership of Craig Soares and a few other people that help assist him. Just a class act of girls to watch. We went up to the Red Sox game 3 weeks ago, where they were commemorated by the Red Sox. They all got to walk out onto the field among other champions across the state. So the girls have been showered with a lot of celebratory representation, and they've taken it all in. It's been a pleasure to watch it all, alongside Ryan Methier, our athletic director, who's done a great job with that group. So,
Thank you so much.
you're welcome.
Okay, so the communication to CAM HVAC construction, what is that about, Mr. Watson?
Pam can talk about that.
This is part of the ESSER 2 funding that we received to have our HVAC units repaired and renovated. So this was the company that was the lowest bidder, and behind the award letter is the two companies that submitted their bids to our architect firm, Doran Whittier, at the time. They were the ones that did all of the work as far as reviewing all of the bids, creating the bid package for submission, and they were the ones that determined, obviously, through the lowest and most responsible bidder, that CAM HVAC is the organization that we should award the bid to. And this letter is just the award letter that would be sent with the blessing of the committee.
Dr. Marla, just with 2 minutes, just so folks are on board, we've been talking about this kind of throughout all of last year, but as you know, there were 3 phases to the federal ESSER relief funds. We're currently in the ESSER 2 funding phase. We're distributing that money. We're replacing these HVAC units. We do have funding to replace an additional 6 to 8 units in ESSER 3. As you may or may not know, there are 28 or so of those units that are throughout this building. So when the ESSER funding expires in 2024, we will have replaced half of the ventilation units. We took those units that had not been replaced over the last X number of years, those that were most in need, to replace that. And that fits the kind of conversation we've been having over the last 12 months of using the one-time federal relief monies to address one-time expenses, right? As you kind of move through the building, you'll see a lot of that. And as folks come back to school in a few weeks, they're going to notice that the Welcome Center has been relocated. The assistant principal's offices have been moved to the front of the school building. Security offices are now where the old business office was. And that's all being done to set up the work that will happen in the summer of 2023, spring and summer of 2023, which is the renovation of the health center. That's a lion's share, $2 million of the $4 million we received in federal fundings to build a state-of-the-art health center that's ready not only for service to the 2,100 students here, but ready to engage in the event of a pandemic or something along those lines, so that we're not renting trailers and creating, like most places, we weren't well prepared. What we're going to do there in the spring and summer of 2023 is going to position this district for a health emergency for the foreseeable future. And so it's really important when we're talking about these federal relief funds that we think about the prudence that we've put in, the team has put in to try to address some real needs structurally to this building so that it's positioned well for the next 2 to 3 decades. And that's why that's important to mention tonight.
Is the committee, Mr. Toomey?
Could you tell me if this outfit has any school construction background, if they do? I noticed the one cooperation that we normally deal with didn't bid.
I think that company that you might be mentioning spoke with Mr. Aruda about the bid package and explained to him that they are just so overwhelmed with work right now that they could not overextend themselves to put in for the bid. In case that they were selected, they wouldn't be able to possibly guarantee that it would be completed in the timeline that we need it to be done by.
And this company has experience working in school buildings?
Yes. That was one of the items on the bid, that they needed to have experience in public buildings.
Thank you.
Sure.
Any other questions about the HVAC? Mr. Watson, I was wondering if at some point it might be possible to either do some still images or some video of some of the great things that are happening construction-wise for the public to see, put on Facebook, something, so that they can feel proud about moving forward with us?
Awesome. So in the coming week to 2 weeks, we expect all of the 3 projects that are underway this summer to be completed. Folks that are here are welcome to come down. See, the security center is near completion. The main office has made substantial progress over the last 4 or 5 days. There's furniture in the offices now. Things are really moving closely. I would say by end of week next week, the project should really be close. If you're in cosmetology, you'll start to see the first placements of the setups along the walls. The flooring is down, the paints are up. We're probably 2 to 3 weeks out there, but we are on schedule for all of those projects to be ready for August 29th. At that point, I'll have the photography teams, video teams, PR teams kind of do their thing. We can put something together. Maria, if you want to note that for September, just a quick kind of update for the committee and also to send out to all stakeholders. We started that during the construction phase. We were out on Facebook with it, and we'll follow that up when we get to the product.
Great. Thank you. Any other questions about this item? Next, we're going to go to committee discussions. Superintendent Watson, we have a new staff member on
Yes,
board.
I asked Kathy Rebello to join us tonight, just so I could introduce her to the committee. Kathy was hired, she's in the back, she can give a wave to the committee. Kathy comes to us with years of experience as a vocational director, most recently at Tri-County Regional Voc Tech. She is the new CVTE vocational director at Greater New Bedford. She'll be working alongside Principal Williams and Elder Angelo, who is our new academic director, kind of leading our instructional efforts with our academy administrators and department heads. We're real excited to have Kathy. She's kind of hit the ground running here in the last 4 weeks or so, 5 weeks, and we're looking forward to the work that she can bring to our CVTE programming and working with our folks to try to improve outcomes for our kids.
Okay, so continuing with the, Elijah, you're next, please.
Awesome. So, good afternoon. My name is Elijah Gonzalez. I'm the new student representative for this school year. I'm a part of the Information Support Services and Networking program here, and it's just a privilege to be here today. So, a few things happened over the summer, and a lot of this may be repetitive information you might have heard on social media, newspaper, wherever you guys find information. So this is what happened within the student body. So the Lady Bears softball team, as Mr. Williams mentioned, won the Division III softball state championship, which took place at UMass Amherst Ortino Field. The Lady Bears faced Middleborough and finished with a score of 8-5. The Lady Bears have worked hard during the season and showed that with passion and perseverance, anything can be accomplished. Good job, Lady Bears, and I bet next season is going to be awesome. And a total of 7 students went to Atlanta, Georgia for the Skills USA National event. Kylie Gain earned a silver medal in the early childhood competition. Jenna Medeiros earned 5th place in medical assistant, and Andrew Murren earned a skills point certificate, which represents a high score in the trade area demonstrating exceptional skills. And the 2 other students mentioned also earned a skills point certificate. And I want to give a big thanks to the advisors who pushed and made opportunities like this available for students. Like me, I'm part of BPA, which is another competing organization, so I'm really grateful for our advisors. Over the summer, basketball player Bonzi Colson hosted a basketball camp at our school called the Bonzi Colson Second Skills Academy. During the 2-part session academy, which was open to the community, anyone could attend, players ranging from 8 to 18-year-olds worked on techniques and fundamentals to become a complete player. A sophomore and a part of our basketball program here, Evan Foran, participated in this event. He said that it definitely helped him a lot, even in just 3 days. He says, my ball handling and dribbling improved, and my confidence while playing was much better than before. I'm more confident in taking shots, and every instructor there was patient while I took the time to learn the skills they taught me. The basketball clinic is expected to be an occasional event, which is hosted by Bonzi Colson for summers to come. This is new. The 2022 to 2023 GNBVT National Honor Society officers have been chosen. Haley Swords will serve as the Vice President of Membership, Mason Larkin as the Vice President of Community Service, Savannah Du Bois as Secretary, and Ashton Guerrero as the Treasurer. The team had their first meeting on the second to last day of school and have eager and big plans for the school year. In the class of 2023, there are currently 56 members of the National Honor Society. We look forward to making a great impact within our school community and local communities also. And this is my last announcement for today. The class of 2023 will be hosting a Color Run fundraiser on October 16th. Now, a Color Run is a 3K, which is about 1.8 miles, where participants can run, walk, and dance, if you want to, through the course and get color blasted with powdered dye. And the dye is safe, too, because it's made from plants, so it's eco-friendly. The goal of the fundraiser is to raise money for our senior prom, which our goal is to have our prom on a cruise. So support us, yeah, for sure. And off my track. Also, lead into the race too, we will also be holding a fundraiser calendar where students and members of the community will have the opportunity to win prizes each day. And also, if you're online too, if you own a business, this is for you. We are also selling different advertisement packages that businesses can purchase. And it's expected that hundreds of thousands of people will see these advertisements, so it's a really good investment, a way to get out into the community. And that's all I have for today. Thank you for your time, and I bet that this school year is going to be awesome.
Great report.
Good report.
Dr. Mallon, one thing I'm going to be, and I wanted to meet with Elijah prior to the meeting. He did a great job. We're going to meet prior to the meetings during the month. But one thing I did want to talk with him about in August, and I'll just announce, is that we're going to work to establish a student advisory council to the superintendent so that we have direct conversation with students and give them a voice as well. So I'll be relying on Elijah to help build that. Mrs. Fredette will be reaching out to him once school starts, and we'll set up, once or twice per trimester, those meetings where kids from all grade levels will come in, kind of representing their classes, just so that I'm hearing directly from students as well as teachers and administrators, so that we're getting that kind of well-rounded view. We've done a number of surveys reaching out to folks about their feelings, climate and culture feelings, et cetera, in the school, but I want that opportunity at least a couple of times each trimester to hear directly from students. And so I spoke with Elijah in the spring about this a little bit, and just so the committee's aware, we are going to launch that this year, at least twice per trimester, so that their voice is heard directly by the superintendent.
Good idea.
Excuse me. So, Mr. Watson, will other people from your team be meeting with students?
Yeah, depending on what, and I'll work with Elijah on the topics that are sensitive. I want to make sure that their voice is protected, and I don't want, to be heard, but I'm envisioning in my mind, as we roll this out, that there will be some conversations that I will need additional expertise from our team in order to address those concerns. And so I'll pre-meet with Elijah about that. I'll let him kind of run with the different class advisors and representatives that will happen, but I want to make sure that those meetings are productive. We had one in the spring, a good conversation, and I want to make sure that those continue throughout this school year and that they're productive. So if there are specific questions or concerns that get raised, I want to make sure that I have the folks on our team that are able to answer those questions present at the meetings as well.
Can I add something to that? I think that's a great opportunity for students here too, because with this in place, we're getting to hear from my peers, right, my friends, like firsthand. So I think that's a really great thing that we're doing. It's gonna involve a lot of more students. So I'm grateful that we have the opportunity here to be heard, that we're not just shut in a corner. And I'm excited for that program to start up too. It'll be awesome.
Any other folks like to, Mr. Toomey?
When Sarah left last year, I said she'd be a tough act to follow. She's doing a real good job.
Second that.
Everyone's
If
great.
he continues on this path, we'll have a very good relationship. I mean, you're doing a real good job.
I thought I'd offer later, maybe he wants to sit here and I can sit over there.
Hey, that's your chair.
Motion?
So, anything else we'd like to add? So, let's see, any other business that should become before us? We're good? Okay, so we will be adjourning to executive session, Chapter 30, Section 21, to work on collective bargaining with GNBVT. And as the chair, I've determined that an open meeting would be detrimental to the effect of bargaining. Therefore, these members will not be returning to open session.
Ms. Bettencourt?
Yes.
Mr. Shea?
Yes.
Mrs. Ribeiro?
Yes.
Mr. Olivera?
Yes.
Mr. Durgan?
Yes.
Mr. Toomey?
Yes.
Dr. Marlin?
Yes. Well, thank you very much, folks, and I have a feeling it's going to be a great year. I think we all feel
Gonna send
that
them
way.
up?
And the rain, all kinds of
Thank you.
fireworks. Thank you, folks, thank you.